I told an employee she can choose between demotion or termination. So I'm a manager at this small marketing firm, and there's this girl, Tessa, who works under me. For like 8 months, everything was cool. She'd get her stuff done, never caused drama, showed up on time, pretty standard employee. But then something switched. Maybe it was because she started dating this guy who worked at our competitor company or whatever, but she completely changed. First, it was little things. Coming in 15 minutes late here and there, taking longer lunch breaks, forgetting to send emails she said she already sent. I pulled her aside in October and was like, hey, what's going on? She gave me this whole sob story about stress and promised to do better. I believed her because I'm not a total monster and everyone has rough patches. But it got worse. Way worse. She started missing deadlines that could cost us clients. Like we had this huge campaign for a local restaurant chain, and she was supposed to have the social media graphics done by Friday. Monday rolls around and she's like, oh, I thought you meant next Friday. The client was pissed. Then I found out she was using company time to work on freelance projects. I caught her on her laptop doing designs that definitely weren't for any of our clients. When I asked about it, she said she was just practicing new techniques, but I saw the invoice email thread right there on her screen. The final straw was last month. We have this policy where if you're sick, you call in before 9 a.m. Basic stuff. She just didn't show up one Tuesday. No call, no text, nothing. I'm scrambling to cover her work, calling clients to reschedule meetings. Around noon, she texts me saying she was at the emergency room. I'm thinking, okay, maybe something serious happened, but then I see her Instagram story from that morning. She's at some cafe with her boyfriend eating pancakes and posting about their cute date. Not exactly ER behavior. So I called her into my office Thursday morning. I had all the documentation printed out. The late arrivals, missed deadlines, the freelance stuff, the fake sick day. I laid it all out on the table. I told her she had 2 choices. Either take a demotion back to junior designer with a pay cut, or we terminate her employment immediately. No severance, no good reference, nothing. She started crying and saying I was being unfair, that everyone makes mistakes and I was targeting her because I didn't like her boyfriend, which was ridiculous because I barely knew the guy existed until she started screwing up. I gave her until end of day Friday to decide. She spent the whole day Thursday and Friday morning trying to get other people in the office to talk to me on her behalf, like asking our graphic designer Jake to vouch for her work quality. But Jake just shrugged and said he'd been picking up her slack for weeks. Friday afternoon, she knocked on my door. I thought she was going to accept the demotion because honestly, that was generous considering everything. Instead, she threw her badge on my desk and said I could shove the job. She tried to make this dramatic exit, but forgot her coffee mug was still on my desk, so she had to come back for it. Really killed the whole storming out vibe. The crazy part is 2 weeks later, she applied for a position at our biggest competitor. Guess who they called for a reference? I kept it professional, but I wasn't about to lie for her either. She's working at some tiny startup now, making probably half what she made here.